Hello everyone, Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Cammus C5 direct drive wheelbase. Here we go. All right, everyone, so Cammus actually reached out to us and asked us if we would do a review of their wheelbase. Of course, I agreed, but one thing I just want to let you all know, we are not giving a script here at RTA Motorsports. I'm not going to agree to do a review where I'm being told what to say. Cammus reached out to us, and I always own my own opinion, so you could count on this is just going to be an objective opinion on what I think of the product. Now, what I'm really excited about is not only is this another direct drive wheelbase that I get to try, because so far, as far as direct drive wheelbases, I own my Sim Experience AccuForce Pro V2, but that's really the only one that I really have a lot of experience with. We have tried many other wheelbases over the years. You can definitely check down for the playlist of all the other reviews we have done, from Thrustmaster to Fanatec to Logitech, but this is going to be the second direct drive wheelbase that has entered this rig here. Now, the big thing that I'm excited about though is that it's budget friendly. Right now, at the time that we are taping this here, there is a bundle with the Cammus C5, and I think it's $389, and sometimes it goes on sale quite a bit less than that. So that is extremely cheap for a direct drive wheelbase. Now, I'm not going to say whether or not it's worth it or not because I haven't tried it yet. The box is completely sealed up. I still haven't even seen it, but I'm excited as to how small and compact this whole thing is. But as far as budget-friendly options, the biggest bang for your buck, this has a huge potential because it's really competing with a lot of wheels and wheelbases that are plasticky, that are gear-driven, maybe some are belt-driven if you're starting to look at some of the used market for some other wheelbases. It really competes in an interesting space for the price, and I'm excited to see how this thing delivers. So, let's jump inside the box. So this took a lot of self-control. My wife was actually saying, are you gonna open that thing up? I'm curious to see what it looks like. She was actually curious. I don't know. It really took a lot of self-control to wait for this video here to actually dig into this thing. And so first impressions with the box. I gotta say, for a direct drive wheel, this is a fairly small box. It does have a good amount of weight to it. I think the shipping said it was like 15 pounds. It feels like it, but as far as the box itself, it's surprisingly small to really hold a direct drive setup in here. So I do know what it looks like. I've seen the pictures, I've seen a few other videos, but it's insane. You know, when you go from, you know, many direct drive wheelbases out there where you have the base and you have the wheels separate, that it's normally a much larger setup. This is pretty cool. The other thing that really excites me about this whole thing is it's unique too. It's a totally different take on direct drive, where you don't have wheel mount to a base. The wheel and the base are kind of all in one. So it's much more compact too. I'm kind of curious to see how that actually translates into driving feel, because now you no longer have that junction where the wheel connects to something. It's all a part of the wheel itself. Oh, you got the box in a box. There we go. I was hoping that it wasn't just going to be the hardware in a cardboard box or anything like that. This is what I like to see. Oh yeah, look at this product. There we go. So this is what I like to see. I like to see beautiful packaging. This really looks like something you would find in a big box store like Best Buy, or, you know, some electronics store like that. And it definitely makes me feel a lot more confident in the quality and the attention to detail, how much of a finished product this is. When companies pay attention to packaging, normally translates into their product as well. Not always, but normally it does. I was very afraid that the hardware was just going to be in the box itself, but definitely not the case here. You can see the beautiful wheel right there, and the whole center there, that button box that's right in the middle, is also where the direct drive actually motor is behind there. So it's all kind of just one unit. The wheel and the direct drive are all one unit there. So let's go over the box here. So this is the Cammus steering wheel. It says model C5. Manufacturer is Shenzhen Cammus Electronics Technology Company Limited. Gives your address, and it also gives their website, cammus.com, and their email. So kind of gives everything there. And I think on this side of the box, yep, same thing. And even goes into the amount of detail that they put into this packaging. There's tape on the box. It has their logo. It says Cammus, and then it has a little arrow pointing up on what direction to peel the tape. That's insane. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's get in the box. Finally, I'm so excited. All right, so the first thing we are greeted with is the Cammus C5 user manual. So the user manual's right here. Let's see, it goes into some pretty decent pictures of what the product is. It also goes into where the DC input is, USB port, the fan. I guess there's a fan that we have to install or plug in on the back of the motor. Some nice product pictures there, where the shifter is. And let's see, a lot of this looks like it's, okay, so there's different sections based on language. Disclaimer and warning. There we go. So this is the English part of the manual itself. So there we go. We got some rotary encoders, some knobs, some buttons. I think there's about like 20 buttons or something like that. You also have the display screen with 10 LEDs. That's pretty cool. But the paddle shifters are right there. Can't wait to see what they feel like. This goes into the table clamp. So pretty cool manual there. It looks like it's pretty in-depth. We're gonna look at that at a later time. But let's take this foam off here, and boom, there she is. So this is the wheel itself. And let me hold this up here so that way you could all see how it is packaged in the box. So you can see there's the wheel, and then we do have a box on the side. I'm assuming that's gonna be the power supply. May be wrong. So I do know on their website, it shows that the Cammus C5 has a yellow ring on the top. This one is orange, and I'm actually pretty excited that is a different color because I do like that highlighter yellow, but I think I like orange a little bit better. So overall, taking it outside the box, I gotta say the wheel itself is a little bit smaller than I was expecting as far as diameter, but it's not small. The feel of the leather, it feels like good leather, feels pretty decent. The ring up on top, I wonder if there's a way to order different colors or how that works. But it actually really surprised me that it's not the yellow that I've seen so many times on their website. And I wonder if you could order different colors based on what you want, or you just kind of get what you get. But I'm extremely excited at the looks of this thing. We do have a carbon fiber finish on the front there. You could see the 10 LEDs on top, the display. This actually has a pretty good amount of weight. It's kind of hard to hold straight out like this. It is pretty dense. The rotary encoders here, the knobs, they do have a decent feel to them. You can hear them clicking at each stage. That carbon fiber finish on the front kind of looks like real carbon fiber. If it's not, I would be really surprised because it looks just like real carbon fiber. It doesn't look like a vinyl finish. Let me know in the comment box below if you know if it's real carbon fiber or not. I'm kind of a carbon fiber junkie. I love carbon fiber. And this looks and kind of feels just like real carbon fiber. So I'd be surprised if it's not. The buttons have a good click to them. Good feedback. The there's center buttons here, and you could see with my thumb, I could still reach them. So if I'm racing, I can reach across and hit these buttons. There's actually quite a bit. You got like a D-pad here, A, B, C, D here, and then all the other buttons. You could really just, you know, as we know in any of these sim racing titles, you could really put these to whatever you want. And then it's pretty awesome that we got some rotary encoders here. So that way, you know, you can put traction control, ABS, engine map or tune or whatever you want to do here. Very awesome that we have this amount of buttons here to our disposal. It kind of looks like it would be almost, you know, compatible with consoles with the D-pad and these letter buttons here, but I believe at this time it's only for PC. But this thing is actually really cool. You know, not to knock this size, I'm not knocking the size, actually, let me put it that way. I'm not knocking the size. This is a good all-arounder size. So if you want to, you know, do any sort of F1 or anything like that, you can. If you want to do rally, you still have a, you know, somewhat circular shape, so that way you could do that. But it's also D-shaped, so that way, you know, if you want to do any like GT3 or anything like that, you don't feel completely out of place no matter what style racing you're doing. But I'm sure this also helps for packaging purposes because this is really a compact box to hold a 5 Nm direct drive wheelbase. Pretty cool. I'm excited. I like when companies think outside the box, and this is really outside the box. And it looks so much cooler in person than I was expecting. So let's actually, you know what, let's take this back out. Let's look at the back of it here. So on the back, we have, let's see, we got the power button. So there's actually a power button there. We got DC input. There's a USB in the middle there. On this side, this is a fan header. So this is just like a 3-pin PC fan header. I'm kind of curious what that's for. USB-C ports down here. One says handbrake shifter, handbrake slash shifter, and the other one's for pedal. So pretty interesting there. I guess they sell their own pedals and handbrakes and shifters. So you could connect via USB-C there. That's pretty awesome. And so it's all contained within one USB going out to your PC, just like any other wheelbase we're used to here. And in my case here, and in a lot of people's cases who mix and match their direct drive wheelbase with pedals, we normally have many different USBs going to our PC, one for shifter or many different shifters, handbrakes. So it's kind of cool to see that they have an ecosystem going where it all goes into one base and then the USB goes out to the PC. So we'll definitely take a look at that. And let's see what's in this box over here. So seems to be some hardware in here. Okay, so first thing, when we open this box, we were greeted with are these stickers here. So these are to go around the rotary encoders. Looks like 2 different styles of stickers if we want to place them. That's pretty cool, kind of gives some color, a little bit of a pop. They have a white and red design. These are the T-handles that come out of the back, where you can mount it to a table clamp or you can mount it directly to your rig. And it says has their logo right there. Cammus has some screws, some hardware. This is the fan itself. So we got to figure out exactly how we're going to be mounting this because this is the fan. I'm not sure how it mounts, to be honest with you. We're going to have to look at it in the book. You have a screwdriver, so it actually comes with a little nice screwdriver, nice little grip on it. There you go, rubberized. It's not plastic. It's got looks like a magnetic head on it. Kind of wonder if it is magnetic. I love getting free tools, especially the smaller ones. So there we go. We got a free set of tools. Put it all together. And this is the power supply. So this power supply has a, doesn't look like, oh yeah, right here. So we have the wall plug for US. And I'm sure depending on where you're ordering from, you're going to get your appropriate plug. But this is the power supply itself, quite a bit smaller than the power supply I have for my Sim Experience AccuForce Pro V2. Granted, that is a stronger wheelbase. This is a 5 Nm, but This is like a normal laptop charger as far as what it looks like. And then you have the DC plug there that goes right on the back to the DC input on the back of the wheelbase. All right, the USB plugs. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Let's take this out. Let's look at this. I just kind of like caught it in my vision as I was about to put it away. The USB port itself, I don't know if you could see that, it actually says Cammus on the USB port. So that's pretty cool. That's crazy attention to detail. They didn't just use a USB plug from off the shelf, which they very well could have used and no one would have said anything. So we're gonna be mounting this directly to our rig. Now, again, we could just go and purchase the table clamp or the other mounting options that they have. We didn't get that. I don't believe we did at all. Nope, we didn't get that at all. But the way that we're gonna be doing it is we're gonna take our wheelbase off and just mount it directly to our wheelbase. I do have an angled mount for my Sim Experience AccuForce Pro V2, and it's a metal mounting plate. So if we need to use that, I can just drill additional holes, or they may line up. I don't know. We have to check that out. But everyone, let me know what you think of the Cammus C5. I'm excited about this wheelbase. I'm excited about how it's a budget direct drive base that's really competing in a space for direct drive that we haven't really seen yet. There are some others that are out there similar price, but they are higher price. But this takes a totally different direction in direct drive. It eliminates the need to have a separate base. The wheel and the base are kind of all in one. And I enjoy that new take on something, a new direction. And let's see. Do you have experience with this wheelbase? Have you purchased it? Have you used it? Let me know in the comment box below. Also, if you are curious about specific things with this wheelbase as we're reviewing it, certain questions you want me to answer, definitely let me know. I have a feeling this thing's gonna really impress. Everyone, I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. Thank you so much for joining in, hanging out with us for this crazy unboxing. Stay tuned, there's gonna be a lot more videos coming out soon. Stay safe, stay happy, and I'll catch you all next time.